here, Flip Anything USA. So on my blog, I show you how I made my fortune in real estate. Starting at 19 years old, I bought my first building, and by the time I was 28, I was a millionaire. Wrote a book, Wake Up and Smell the Real Estate, or you can just take a look up there. I also have a mentorship course. Today we're going to talk about Kris Krohn. This is a follow-up on the part one.
Is it possible in your first 12 months as a brand new real estate investor to actually buy 5 homes? I've got a couple I've never met before right outside my house that are hoping it's possible.
Kris Krohn, he's kind of basically like Grant Cardone. Promote people to come in to learn about things, and then they direct them to the links below, and then they generally ask people for money to invest with them. And something I'm not a fan of. I think it's a waste of money. I think it's a very poor way to start out if you're trying to make money from nothing, or from even less than $1 million. I think it's a waste of time. It's been a great example for seeing how these guys operate. Kris Krohn always has a very self-aggrandizing opening. It's like trying to sell lifestyle. It never has anything to do with really money or real estate or making money in real estate, but that's kind of the premise, is come in and learn something, but it turns into invest with me. So let's watch the episode.
Let's go meet them.
I'm turning dreams into reality. Yeah. It's one shot, not a picture visual.
And today, for fun, I educate and train people how to develop financial freedom.
Yeah, so I have to say, I've never really seen him train anybody do anything except for look like sales, trying to land sales. But you've already watched the first part. You've got this couple here. Anyways, he basically is trying to show them how he can take $300,000 and buy 5 houses. Of course, that's just the down payment on 5 houses, and that's really no feat at all. That's kind of, anybody can do that. But here's our couple.
Right. I like that. Okay, I'm just going to tell you right now, I hate society's game plan because most people are on track to become financially free in like 184 years to 390. And the only problem with that is we don't live that long.
Yeah, anyways, that's just to catch up on what was from the first episode, or the I guess was what he calls part one on this thing. He's going to go to Florida, and he's going to find some really good deals because he's got 200 employees that can find 5 deals in 6 months. Those are pretty much his words. This is where he leaves it.
Let's go. We're gonna make this happen. It is go time right now. Listen, when you join us on the next video, I'm going to be in Florida. We're going to be transacting real estate. We're going to be meeting up because I've got a tall order. I just promised them that I could freaking buy 5 houses in the next 6 months. And you know what? We're going to make it happen. You know what? I really like Ryan and Asia. To me, it feels like they're just ready to go. People are normally a lot more nervous than that.
Yeah, listen, you should never be nervous. If you're nervous, run, okay? If you're nervous, there's a reason you're nervous. It's probably because you haven't done your research. That's why you're nervous. But anyways, now let's go. He just said he's going to Florida, so now let's pick it up where this one ends.
I am late for the airport, my friends. I'm on my way to Florida. I decided to partner with Ryan and Asia, and I gave myself a 6-month deadline to see if I could actually buy 5 properties in the next 6 months.
Whoa, wait a minute. Now, this doesn't add up. And I'll tell you why. Now, remember just a little bit earlier, like, I don't know, a minute or two ago, he said that...
My name is Kris Krohn. I became financially free 15 years ago through real estate, have bought thousands of homes, have done about $1 billion worth of real estate.
He got financially free because in the last 15 years, he's bought thousands of houses, okay? Thousands of houses. So let's do the math on that. He's talking about he's in incredible pressure to get 5 houses done in 6 months.
And I gave myself a 6-month deadline to see if I could actually buy 5 properties in the next 6 months.
Right? In 6 months? So if he did 5 houses in 6 months, let's just say he did 10 in a year, okay? Well, he said he bought thousands in the last 15 years.
Through real estate,
have bought thousands of homes, have done about $1 billion worth of real estate.
Okay, thousands. So let's just say he bought 1,500. Okay, in the last 15 years. Okay, so that would be 100 a year. 100 a year. So this is where the numbers are so stupid and so ridiculous and don't add up. When they're acting like it's a big deal to buy 5 houses for this particular production, but they contradict themselves. They can't even remember their own BS.
And I gave myself a 6-month deadline to see if I could actually buy 5 properties in the next 6 months.
So listen to this.
And today, for fun, I educate and train people how to develop financial.
So you can just see how ridiculous this is already. To have that statement precede the one you're about to watch, it's almost like a politician. They can't, they think you can't remember anything that they've said before, right?
My team just called me. They notified me literally that we have some amazing deals that just hit the market.
That have this 25% plus ROI that we're talking about. So I got to get there. I'm actually going to get Ryan on the phone. I'm going to FaceTime him. I'm going to walk him through the deal. And if everything adds up, if it's successful, we're going to make some offers so we can get those first deals going down. I'll see you in Florida.
All right, same thing we already saw here. Let's just zip through this and back to Kris.
Out here
In Florida, around Orlando. And this is one of the fastest, hottest growing markets right now in the country where you can still buy real estate below the median. So out of 324 markets, it's a place I'm very interested in. Normally, new construction does not pan out when you run the numbers, but I found a subdivision where we've been getting some ROIs over 30% and in a couple of cases, over 40%. So I'm excited with what I found, and for the first time, I'm actually going to get out there. We're going to get the hard hats on, and we're going to check it out, and we're going to see why the numbers are doing what they are. And by the way, there's some leftovers. And if you're thinking, oh my gosh, you got to be kidding me, doubling my money after just 2 or 3 years? If that sounds kind of wild and crazy and exciting to you, I've got some resources.
in the link below where you can see my
here we go.
the last 4,000 homes.
Here we go.
And you can contact my team.
See, you don't learn a thing except send me your money. Go to the links below, and he'll turn you on to the salespeople, and they'll be happy to take your money and get you to throw some money that way and invest. So again, it's always the idea how, but it's never how to. It's never how to.
If you're interested in getting some of the amazing deals that are still out here right now. 4 bedroom, 2 bath, slightly more out of the way. This looks a little bit more maybe like the master. It's got a his and hers. Doesn't have a bathtub, just a shower. Walk-in closet.
That's what we call a cracker box.
Check out this view. That is really pretty. That's an invitation that says, alligators, just come on in. I'll leave this open for you. Just
And mosquitoes.
come into my house and eat my little children.
Ryan, it's Kris. How are you doing?
Doing well, how are you?
I'm doing really well. Listen,
I am sitting here in a brand new subdivision on a house that just finished getting built. And this is another candidate that I think we need to seriously take a look at. This is lot 38, the address on this one. This is in Winter Haven. So this is that area where we're maybe more like 25 or 30 minutes from the parks. Some of them only. We are literally like 4 minutes away from Legoland. That's brand new, that just got put out here. And this particular lot is right on this lake. And everything brand new. Literally the house just got built. And we are buying a small percentage of homes in the subdivision. We want to use the rental so that the rest of them can be owned by people that want to live here. But this is an area where we're also reaching over that 30% ROI as well. How's that sound? Right, I'm freaking stoked on this neighborhood. We bought a few other homes in this neighborhood, and the ROIs are just, they're really, really hot. So I'm going to finish doing my due diligence on this with my team. My team might also be reaching out an offer on this one as well. Okay, Ryan, take care, okay? Thanks. So what happens in YouTube land is I get some wonderful people that find me, subscribe to me, and then
decide, hey, let's actually partner with Kris and reach out to his team. And I select a handful of people on a regular basis that I'll actually go and buy homes with.
Pretty much everybody that calls in and that has money. Look, again, this is like, there's nothing special here. You've got Kris willing to take your money, and he will invest your money, and he'll take a piece of the action. And I don't know. I'm befuddled by people that are actually impressed with this kind of thing. You get this lifestyle sales pitch with all the cars and the everything but real estate and deals and details about real estate, and then you get him jump into a home, a brand new home, okay, That's like the easiest thing to buy. And guess what? It's the hardest thing to make any money on. And I'll tell you why. The secret to making money in real estate, folks, is having stuff that's already paid for. Somebody else buys it. They own it a long time. They have it paid off. And then they sell it for less than it's worth. That's where the money is, for selling it less than it's worth. When you buy it brand new, you're paying market value, okay? They're charging what the market will bear. That's what everybody does. When you build a brand new homes, I've built many brand new homes. You charge what the market will bear. Okay, you charge as much as you can get away with, and you lower it to whatever you have to get it sold for. And to simply walk in and buy a property at full market value, there's nothing here. But let's keep watching.
And so the very best things I've ever bought in my entire life, I'm actually now buying them myself, but I'm also buying them with you, with some of you that are actually watching. Well, I'm back from Florida, and I've got some great news. That house that we walked through, we got it under contract. We got it at the price we wanted. Totally stoked about it. At the same time, though, what they don't know is that we also got the house in Memphis under contract. We missed a couple of other good deals, but the reality is when you're doing this level of volume, you win some, you lose some. Let's share the good news. How are we doing, my friends? Don't get up, you're good. Ryan, how are you? Asia? It has been a whirlwind since we met last. Check it out. Do you remember, Ryan, when we were on the phone and I was walking you through that Florida home, right? Yeah. Good looking home. I got good news. Yeah. We got it under contract. Yes. All right, so here it is. So on this one, what I love about this particular market is our cash on cash. For the money that goes out, we have a 9.28% coming back in, 14% with principal reduction. This is way above the normal, right? I mean, this is insane. And you look at the total with appreciation shows about 28%. Overall, it's not as high as Florida, which is our growth market, but you cannot beat the cash flow. Yeah. Listen, guys, these properties that we got under contract, these are hot. This is what we find.
No, they're not.
For me, at the end of the day,
if I'm getting a 25% plus annual ROI in the long run, you're gonna win. Now let's talk about what happens next. We're under contract. My team is going in doing deeper due diligence. We're doing inspections on these properties. And the next step for us is to now submit loan documents, work with the banks. If everything goes according to plan, in 30 days, we're gonna be closing on these first two properties.
So look, basically, if you didn't catch the first part of this, in the first thing, these people got $300,000. So basically, that's what, 60? Or 60,000, say 60,000 per house. He didn't say what they're even paying for these houses, right? He didn't even say what they're paying for them. But I'm going to guess it's 200,000 or less, okay? And they're going to put $50,000 down on each one of them, okay? That's going to eat up $250,000, and then Kris is going to want another $50,000, or $10,000 a piece for reserves, and basically, that's where there might be some commission internally through the people that are making the sales pitches to the folks that call in. And I don't know this for sure, but I mean, this is kind of how it works in other outfits. And then in the end, basically, look, anybody can go get a loan. You buy a house, pay full price for it, put 25% down, you're gold. The bank's going to give you a loan. It's not a big deal. And these people have $300,000. They could do this without Kris. I mean, what do you need Kris for? What do you need Kris for? To fly to Florida? And go and buy a house for you? It's silly. And then be a partner and take a piece of the action. Anyways, this is the kind of nonsense. But you know what? People eat it up. If he's bought 1,000 homes this way, then, to Kris's credit. But it's good for Kris, but I don't see it being good for the investors. And otherwise, look, Kris would have some testimonials. Let's see a testimonial and see how happy people are. That would be something to see. And just to see how much the profit, how much money do they make? What's the money? I think they use the term ROI, return on investment, wildly, not in the way that I would. That could be an extremely poor investment by almost any standard. But let's keep watching.
And then I'm going to be working on finding the next ones, because even though we've talked about 5 properties in 12 months, I've got this goal to see if I can actually do it in 6 months. We'll see if it's possible. As soon as we get these bought, then we're immediately going to start working on getting them rented. Because I'm involved in the entire process from acquisitions all the way through, we already, before we sign on this, we'll already start finding renters to put in these homes, so we can shave down that time.
So put an ad in Craigslist for sale or for rent.
So that's the good news, is that we are underway, things are going down. How are you feeling? Pretty good. Are you guys excited? Way excited, yeah. Do you have any questions for me at this point where we're at in the process? No, let's go. Let's go. I like it. I want to share with you, getting under contract looks and sounds like something super exciting, but the reality is that if we don't carefully check each one of these properties and make sure all of our ducks are lined up, we could get into a lot of hot water real fast. I know, because I've done this thousands of times. And in the beginning,
yeah, he might get into hot water.
So there's a number of those things that I'm going to use my team to ensure that we don't make any of those mistakes. So we are going to order inspection on these properties. I've got my rehab team that are already going through. They're looking at the tiny details. I've got managers on site that are going to be making sure that everything is properly repaired. So at the end of the day, by the time we get a renter in here, our goal is to have this performing top-notch, top shelf. Now, there's a lot of information on this sheet, but ultimately, you can see the purchase price, you can see the down payment, the estimated closing costs, the rehab expenses. What I want you to draw your attention to,
I hope that's not the new house,
is right over here. This is what shows us our cash-on-cash ROI, which is, on this property, 6.19%. The cash-on-cash plus principal reduction puts us at 10.68%. Because remember,
they're going to get a 6% return. Okay, they're going to get a 6% return on buying this new home. Okay, that's nothing. I mean, that's not going to get you rich. I mean, that is like, it's like going poor, slow. Okay, you can listen. If you're already wealthy, look, I can tell you right now, I've got shopping centers and things that I own, industrial buildings, different stuff like that. And what happens is I buy them under market, and I make a huge amount of equity on day one when I buy it. I just tell you, this is nothing impressive at all. But let's keep watching.
The home are going to be paying that mortgage every month, and that actually pays that principal, and we're going to get that money back eventually. I've captured that here, but when I add in the appreciation, guys, we are looking at scoring 31.37%. This is an absolute home run. Now, on this property, you can see that
that is the lowest standard I've ever seen anybody. And he's talking cash on cash. He's not even talking on the total investment. He's talking about the return on their cash that they put down. Listen, this is important. This is really important. You need to be getting 6% on the whole investment, right? Because, I mean, this sounds like the Grant Cardone model from what I've seen, and I don't know the exact Grant Cardone model, but what I can tell you is basically Grant works on apartments. It looks like Kris just does residential, but the game's the same. You get the outsiders' money, like these folks, you get their money, you buy the asset, and then if you get 6% return, you get them 6% on their $50,000, which is peanuts, and then you get a 6% return on the borrowed money. So if you borrow 3/4 of it, or just say 3/4 of it, 3/4 of all the money that's borrowed, you're essentially making as much or more than these folks on the borrowed money. And so it's a no-lose situation for Kris and his company, because basically all they do is they can buy bad deals. They can buy bad deals and it won't matter. I mean, just think about it. You put cash down on it, and they get a return on their investment, approximate return. There's no guarantee, but he still gets the spread. He gets the delta between the interest paid and the return on investment, the annual, the cap rate, we call it. So anyways, at least that's how he's describing it.
Over 10 or 11. This is a really big number. But in this cash flow market, what gets me really excited is that with appreciation, based on how this market has historically performed, we're looking at 28.65%. Again, we're totally over the 25% number, and this is a home that is going to perform. Right now, I would say things are going well, but frankly, this is going according to plan. I've built and manicured the system over the years, so it's actually occurring super predictably. If you're looking at these deals and thinking, oh my gosh, I'm a little confused, I don't know if I can read this information, but I think I understand how powerful those ROIs are, and you're thinking, I want to get in on that action, click the link below.
There we go.
Have a free consultation with a member of my team.
Yeah, those are the salespeople.
How you can get your hands on some of my extra deals.
Yeah, anyways, listen, if this excites you, just go ahead, send your money to Kris. I mean, really, if you got to think for yourself, folks. Listen, in my book, I show you how I made my fortune, and it wasn't this way, okay? I mean, I can understand how Kris made his fortune, but that ain't going to help you. That's not going to help you. So look, let's watch the rest of this. We'll wrap it up.
2 down, 3 to go. Will I actually be able to perform inside of 6 months and get all 5 properties?
Oh my God, he can buy 5 houses in 6 months.
All of them rented, so I
That's
can
like
actually
amazingly nothing.
On the positive cash flow. By the way, on a few of those properties, I think I can beat the pro forma and increase that ROI a little bit higher. Click the video right here and actually see how this series concludes with getting.
Oh, we're going to. We'll definitely do that. So, anyways, look, if you're new to real estate investing, before you go giving Kris $50,000 or anybody else, or giving anybody even $500 for a course, Listen, get my book. Get my book. My book's $10 or $20 in paperback, $10 in Kindle. It'll be there's more bang for your buck there. Look at all the testimonials that I have. Look at the video testimonials. I got guys that have made, by their estimation, one of them over 200,000, and that was like within a month after taking the class. Okay, I have a class that's $600 right now. It's a 1-month crash course, and you're still inside the members area for a year. And welcome to keep coming back into the Zoom meetings. Also, I teach it personally. I don't throw it to some sales guys or anything like that. Listen, I've known some people that know a lot about this business, and basically what happens is people that get the courses, if they get a course and no help, the stuff just collects dust, okay? So the only thing worse than a course that's sitting there collecting dust, not making any money, is probably you taking your seed capital, your money, and giving it to somebody like Kris or anybody else, and just saying, here, I want to be your partner, take my money. Well, that's not how a partnership works. Partnership should be you put in your money, they put in their money, right? And so anyways, this is silly, but if this excites you, and whatever, then do it, and just do it. But I'm telling you, it's not good investing. It's not good investing at all. But hey, that's it. So thanks for watching, and we'll watch the rest of this tomorrow or something.